So in 2017, I was living in St. James, Montego Bay. I was working in the Barnet Tech area, and this was 1 year after graduating from the Rasta College of Agriculture, Science and Education, PO Box 170, Portland. Now, at this point, I had no form of faith or belief or any form of idea of a force greater than myself. If you had said I was an atheist or agnostic, you would have been right. Now, one day while being in a restaurant in the Montego Bay area, I was second in line and the lady came into the restaurant, to buy a food like myself, and she was right behind me. After purchasing my food and attempting to move to the area to collect it where they share, I realized she was struggling to access her purse in her handbag because she had a lot of bags. Maybe she was shopping at the time. So being the person who I am, I took some of the bags from her and enabled her to retrieve her purse and pay for her food. After such, I gave her her bag. She expressed gratitude. I collected my food and motioned towards the dining area to consume this food. After she completed her transaction and collected her food, she came to join me at the dining area. And she was like, just now when you assisted me, I had a vision that was sent by the Most High. Now, as I mentioned, I was not into them former energies. So I was thinking this woman is going to invite her to a church and she's just trying to create some form of backdrop or background or some form of, she's setting the stage to persuade me to visit her church. However, she expressed herself. So I was like, what's the vision? And she was like, this is 2017. She's like, just now the Most High showed me that you are the one who will lead the spiritual revolution for his people because you have a heart like David, clean heart, clean mind, wise mind. You genuinely want to see others strive. You cannot hold grudges, and you're a very powerful human being. She then proceeded, however, to let me know that nothing I try will work unless I am moving with the Most High. I did not see the significance of that encounter with that lady until the year of 2022, when I realized that most of my attempts to be a success or to find my purpose were met with great futility and pointlessness. And upon reflecting in 2022, this is when I realized that, that's the seed that was planted, or the prophecy that I got that I was not mindful of. So in 2022, when I began to seek the Most High, not on a religious level, but on a level of listening for that voice within, this is when the motivation, inspiration, and basically the message behind my album, Prophetic Poetry, came along. And this is a very special album to I, because descending from the top to the lowest section, looking at the song titles, it spells out Be Graceful, LA. So it's a message to Los Angeles to be graceful, because Los Angeles, that's Hollywood, they lead the world in terms of culture. Now, I want to share one of the first songs on the album. It's track number 1. It's called Broken Crayons, Still Color. Because you guys know my history of, so much trauma, so much pressure, struggles in so many different ways, financially, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. I've gone through a lot of crucibles. However, it is pain that teaches, and pleasure really just develops addiction. Pain and tribulation is the way that the universe molds us into what our purpose requires us to be. So Broken Crayons, Still Color is a track that I'm speaking to the listener to say that, hey, I know that you're flawed. I know that, you're a work in progress. I know that you've been through a lot, but you still can be great. You still can be excellent. You still can assist in the mission of the Most High. So the artist, of course, Anthem Greatness and Melchizedek Freeman, starts out by saying, accepting yourself imperfectly is perfection. Accepting everything just the way it is enlightenment. That's the intro. By the way, Melchizedek Freeman is Anthem Greatness's alter ego of light. So if you need potency, deep thoughts, consciousness, search for Melchizedek Freeman on your digital platforms instead of Anthem Greatness, and you'll find my voice, because I came up with the one voice, two artist concept of having one for darkness and one for light. The artist then goes into the chorus. None of us are perfect, no. Only Jah can judge your soul. You're flawed, but you're not alone. Self-love is paramount. They put me down, but now I know I have a crown. And broken crayons still color. Broken crayons still color. I hope you find some friends and a lover that looks beyond the clutter. Broken crayons still color. A mistake can't be made by Jehovah. That would have been the chorus. First verse, the artist says, gone are the days when you find me with shame. Couldn't care less if you praise or criticize for my name. In my younger days, the words they say would drive me insane. I would plead to God and wish to have a life without pain. But I am me, no one might see, but I'm perfectly who I should be. Now I am free. It's easy to end conflict with your friends, but when it's you versus you, then it's hell. The artist proceeds to the bridge. I pray God give us strength, because I'd rather be at war with the world and at peace with myself than at peace with the world and at war with myself. And it's damn evident that none of us are perfect. No, back to the chorus. Only Jah can judge your soul. You're flawed, but you're not. Yeah, you're flawed, but you're not alone. Self-love is paramount. They put me down, but now I have a crown. And broken crayons still color. Broken crayons still color. I hope I find some friends and a lover that looks beyond the clutter. Broken crayons still color. A mistake can't be made by Jehovah. In the second verse, the artist proceeds to say, love is the real salvation. Righteousness build a nation. They hide my greatness, broadcast my imperfections. They tried to destroy Lila Ike when she need direction. You guys may remember when Lila Ike, or something was published on Lila Ike's social media saying she liked girls. I mean, she didn't say I like making love with girls or having sex with girls. She just said I like girls. And they use Jamaicans whose mind is always in the bedroom, use that to crucify Lila Ike. So the artist is saying they try to destroy Lila Ike when she need direction. The only sin is hatred. Disunity is Satan. Don't demean the next man. All of us just need acceptance. Your weakest area should be your inspiration. Don't depend on people love to feel fulfilled or special. Accept yourself, forgive yourself, and please remember, God give us strength. Because I'd rather be at war with the world and at peace with myself than at peace with the world and at war with myself. And it's damn evident. None of us are perfect now. Only Jah can judge your soul. You're flawed, but you're not alone. Self-love is paramount. They put me down, but now I know I have a crown. Broken crayons still color. So that's a beautiful track. It's the first track on the Prophetic Poetry album. There are other tracks there that some consider controversial, like Eve's Evil Element. There's a track by the name of Elijah Energy. There's Limitless Love, another powerful track on the album. There's a track with a poet from America, N.C. Morgan. It's called Lioness of Light. It's just a beautiful body of work, and as I said, it was inspired by wanting to make an expression in servitude of the Most High, from a perspective of a modern gospel instead of just gospel singing, praise and worship from a place of truth and thought and poetry. So prophetic poetry is available on all platforms. Go ahead and listen to some of that. It will bless your soul. And remember to look at the titles descending from top to the lowest section. Be graceful, LA. This was a message to LA, and funny enough, right after dropping that, Khalid dropped God Did. So it was a beautiful year, 2022, and a very instrumental year to my development, because if you believe or think that there is no God, it means you have been unable to silence the mind and allow the heart to speak, because that's where the Most I speak from. I pray that you all have a lovely and restful weekend. This is Anthem Greatness, Baba Loki. Remember to support by subscribing to my channel and probably paying for some dub plates. Anyway, you can send some support. We appreciate it. Limitless love. Rastafari.